Shamar Marco didn't get famous for multiple hit songs or hard work. From not being able to spell the word onion, Shamar's fame exploded out of pure chaos.
I'm not selling no place. Y'all are...
To wild theatrics on live stream.
I made my food and my friend finally tasted my food that I've cooked.
Shamar always picks a fight and the internet couldn't look away.
Oh, crap. I'm like, so, bitch, shut up.
And he turned that mockery into millions of followers. Shamar is the boy from Atlanta who rode that wave straight into sudden internet stardom. But now she's learning what happens when that same fame crashes back on her face.
Like, y'all little kids. I don't play with little kids. I'm not even smiling.
In time, Shamar's music deals were falling apart.
I did not sign to no label because I was feeling fat. I already know.
And her family is painted as evil.
I'm coming to make an announcement about my evil ass sister.
But behind this smile and memes is Shamar Marco, trying to stay in control of a life that fame nearly hijacked and nearly destroyed. Now, most of Shamar's content shows her being confrontational with people, often leading to fights. Most of the fights are for various reasons. Some of it might be due to body shaming or misunderstanding in communication, but in this case you can clearly tell that Shamar knew that picking a fight with someone this big would have been pointless.
Get my phone!
No! Come over here,
Get me my phone!
What's up? No!
Get me my phone!
No! What's up? Wait!
Get me my phone. I'm not trying to fight with you.
You a hoe?
In another case, during Zeus Network's Bad Boys Club audition, Shamar was about to use the mic when another contestant made fun of Shamar's disability and posture, thus leading to a fight. One person made a funny comment about Shamar's way of handling situations. Shamar gonna learn how to fight today with that mouth. What a stubborn and chaotic-natured individual. Another person said, the first video I ever saw of Shamar was of him getting beat up, but I must admit, he put up a good fight, lol. Well, that was bound to happen sooner or later.
You killing it. How you feeling?
I feel great.
You feeling great?
I feel good.
Not always, though, because when Shamar does get into a fight, it usually doesn't end well. In some cases, Shamar gets beats up, pushed away, and in other cases, he's left to deal with emotional scar from hurtful comments and arguments. Shamar's unpredictable nature ended up being funny to most people watching. Even in moments when she was genuinely being natural, this helped Shamar rise to online fame. Also, being someone who identifies as a woman, despite not looking very feminine, made her appearance and dressing funny to viewers. She was so deep into her identity that she often reacted negatively whenever women in the comments tried to show interest in her. While most people would just ignore or accept Shamar's choice of partners, some viewers seemed genuinely triggered. They found it annoying that he openly said he finds women disgusting to be with. One person even took it personally, saying he don't like girls, a toothbrush, a wash clothes, changing clothes and underwear, being an adult, paying rent, the list goes on. Another woman, clearly irritated, said, "Who in the heck is trying to lay down with you? Talking about you ain't ready for no baby yet." Now that's funny. With the online fame in the bag, Shamar decided to try her hand at music. Shamar's biggest hit so far was Clock Dat, a track she made with Fendi the Rapper in 2024. Fendi the Rapper is an American rapper with numerous success songs, including features with artists like Cardi B. Clock Dat gave Shamar the boost he needed to really kick off his music career. This helped because of how magnetic the song sounded, the viral Shamar dance step that came with it, and the popularity of this song on TikTok Dance Challenge. And people loved it. Can't nobody do that spin like him. His body was made for it. Go Shamar, get that. But just when everybody was expecting more from Shamar, she messed everything up. How? Well, it all started with some kind of miscommunication, or maybe just Shamar feeling like Fendi was taking advantage of her with the song they made together. In a thread post, Shamar Marco ain't letting up as he continues to call out Fendi the Rapper. While he opened up about not wanting to sign to her label, Fendi reportedly took to her account about trying to help others. After some back and forth between Shamar and Fendi, Fendi went on Instagram and posted a caption that said, "Big Fendi rapper been selling out way before Twisted Body. Let's not play in her name now." In response, Shamar made a post saying that, "You mad because I didn't want to sign no record deal? So your label, and you want to call me Twisted Body? I never disrespected you. All I said was I made the song pop. If it wasn't for my twisted body, they wouldn't know song you showed true colors." For sure, Fendi might have gone a little too far to body shame Shamar. But this didn't need to get to the point where they abuse one another to this degree online. Shamar went on to clarify the situation.
It's crazy that she really got mad because I didn't sign no record deal or nothing to her label.
Most upcoming artists today would love to secure a record deal to gain the financial support and connections they need to establish a foundation for their music careers and attract as many fans as possible. Shamar, for some reason, found the idea of a record deal wrong, or maybe they just couldn't agree on the terms. Shamar then gave more clarity about the song.
Baby, I'm the one that did make that song pop, clock it. Yeah, I never disrespected you.
Shamar didn't really say much about why she decided not to take the record deal at the time. Most people felt she was being unreasonable for rejecting such an offer from Fendi. That pressure pushed Shamar to make another video addressing that.
I did not sign to no label because of some fact. I already know when you sign to a label, you no longer have rights to whatever music you make.
Shamar's concern about the whole deal is baseless. Contracts like that are usually made through an agreement between both parties. In most cases, record labels invest a lot of money into promoting their signed artists and expect a return on that investment when they release successful songs. To make that happen, they usually require control over which songs get approved for release. A track the artist finds fun or interesting might not be the one the label believes will sell based on their analysis. And that's exactly the kind of control Shamar had a problem with.
It's like you signed to a Illuminati deal. Nigga, what are you talking about? And you think I'm finna just, oh yeah, I'm a sign. Oh, this gonna be bad for me. Oh my God, this is gonna be, I'm just gonna be, no.
Now, regarding the deal, in a now deleted post on Instagram, Fendi published a clarification post on the deal. She noticed that most people are in support of Shamar because of the bad PR most record labels have gotten for how they treat their signees. Apparently, Shamar's then boyfriend, Alvo, someone we'll talk a little more about later in the video, was very involved in the deal. The post goes as this: "Me and Shamar had deals and features on the line. The boyfriend said, 'Show us the money first.' And who is on the songs like 'You Not Shamar, Bro'? Why does it matter?" The industry told us to clean up our image on social media. So all that posting, kissing, nasty stuff, and more, delete it. The boyfriend said, "No, I'm not deleting nothing. I make money off the content I post with Shamar. I'm a content creator." So he basically said, "F me and Shamar career in my face." Shamar said, "Keep posting your content, daddy." He basically told me, F me and everything Shamar built over his content he made on TikTok. He said he make money off TikTok, and if my label willing to pay him $4K, he will delete all content of him and Shamar. I've been going back and forth with a bunch of people that's in survival mode. Clearly, we can see that Shamar wasn't very transparent about the deal. Shamar didn't have a problem with the label choosing the content. It was mostly about the nasty stuff online that the label wanted her to take down. Videos like this and that are on Alvo's social media page.
You are. Don't ever think you dumb, baby. You smart.
I know.
Oh, I got one on now.
You need to get, you should
My
go
bad.
home. Shamar's talking to
My baby.
He said he knows Shamar down.
I love you, baby.
Why
I
you,
love you more.
Ever.
Alvo was more or less acting like Shamar's attorney at that time. He was getting a lot of engagement from having Shamar's face on his page, and was not ready to delete those videos. This shows that Alvo cared only about himself and less about Shamar's success, while Shamar was too gullible to see it. In another post on Instagram, Fendi shared a video of Shamar and Alvo promoting a show for the song she made with Fendi without Fendi's knowledge. The video was captioned with, "Doing all this lying over me, dis."
We both going to be in Charlotte, December 6th. You know it's gonna be up.
But things only got interesting when Fendi shared her side of the story during a podcast interview. Fendi claimed she knew Shamar's verse was going to be good the moment she heard it and was excited to get the project done, which they eventually did.
Now I got a hit. Now we got a hit. So nobody hit me up. The song, we've been done with the song for 2-3 days now. Nobody hit me up. I ain't heard from nobody. Cool. Now get on TikTok, get on Facebook, get on Instagram. I just promoted a little bit.
The crazy part is that nothing was done with the song for a long time after they recorded it. Maybe Fendi didn't get the green light from her management because they were skeptical about the song. So Fendi figured the best way to test it out was to see how people would react to it online.
Babe, now I just do my dance. I ain't do this. I just do the little Chicago bop.
Okay.
Numbers going up. I'm, whoa, this shit crazy. Yeah. Now nobody know now. No, the label them not even tapped in enough.
You could see that Fendi admitted her label wasn't involved at all in the project at the time. And I'm sure even Fendi was surprised by how well the song performed and how big it got after she promoted it. Then just about 2 days after Fendi posted the video, Shamar's manager called in.
Ding, 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 phone ringing. Hello? Yeah, what's going on with the money with Shamarco with that song? What's this? The manager.
After the manager reached out, he requested a certain amount of money, and Fendi gladly contacted her team to send it over. She also got her lawyer involved, and all the terms for the song were agreed upon. It was after that that the music video for the song was made.
I promoted it.
Okay.
And then the manager called me 2-3 days later. The song's almost gone, scratched over a little money. So I got my lawyer involved.
Okay.
Look, this a hit, go ahead to clear this up. Whatever they want, give it to them.
In another video, Alvo, Shamar's then boyfriend, claimed that Fendi was out to get him because of his influence on Shamar.
You said that you're gonna kill me. Now everybody on the internet know that Fendi the rapper said that she gonna get me off because she mad because Shamar don't want to sign no deal. He want to stay independent. What's wrong with the boy want to stay independent? He want to stay independent till he figure out what's going on and he can figure out more and better deals.
Alvo was pissed that he had to delete all the videos he had with Shamar. This had nothing to do with getting a better deal or anything like that. Alvo's just a jealous and self-centered person, and that's a sentiment shared by most influencers on TikTok.
Shamar had an opportunity to sign with a label due to his song blowing up and doing numbers on TikTok and the charts. And he decides to listen to that boyfriend of his who's probably only using him for clout and money.
Should we say that Shamar is blinded by love, or is she just too naive to see the manipulation from Alvo and the people around her?
All because Shamar didn't want to stop posting explicit content that the label was asking him to stop doing.
She went on to talk about Shamar's terrible living conditions, and this ties back to something I mentioned earlier about how Shamar can't really make progress as a solo artist with her current financial and mental situation.
Shamar was in a position where he was in a homeless shelter, had no money, on the side of the road begging for people to send him money. And now you have an opportunity to never go back to that position, and yet you're going right back.
And just so you can see it for yourself, here's a video of Shamar begging as usual. In this one, she claimed to be stranded far from home and asked her fans for help.
I don't have to lie about shit. I don't have to lie. The one that I was just at was $104.36.
Shamar always seems to have the wrong people around her. Maybe it's because she prefers the sound of sweet lies over bitter truths. Or maybe she just finds it fascinating that people are finally paying attention to her. Attention she probably never got before in her earlier life, and she's too blind to see when she's being taken advantage of. But there's no way you can talk about Shamar's downfall in the music industry without mentioning her manager, Big K.
We did clock that. So, the motherfucking label, we have to get split sheets. We have to do every motherfucking thing. Why the Shamar got mad at the bitch K because he didn't want, because she's sitting up there stealing from him every time he turned his head and his body. He can't even turn him up around good enough. And this bitch stealing all the time, steady stealing.
Turns out, Shamar discovered that her manager, Big K, hadn't been completely transparent with how she was handling Shamar's money. So Shamar decided to reach out to Big K and let her know she wouldn't be working with her anymore. Angry at Shamar's decision to cut her off, K called Fendi in a rage.
She called me talking about, yeah, I'm finna call the label and get and put that percentage 0% on there, 0%. One. Wait, so you mean to tell me you finna mess up his life? You finna fuck up everything this man got going on because he said he don't want to.
When Kay called Fendi and asked her to reduce Shamar's percentage cut from around 5% or 2% down to 0%, Fendi knew something was off. I believe Fendi reached out to Shamar to find out what was going on, and discovered that Shamar had already let Kay go as her manager. All of this happened before the entire deal was called off. So you can just see how many hurdles Fendi had to go through to get that record deal for Shamar, even though the deal never materialized in the end.
Yeah, you not like, why would you say give him 0%? So you saying fuck 2%, fuck 5%, you went all the way to 0 and 1? Because you think he got a disability and think he slow as shit. No, bitch, you slow. Y'all ass slow.
Since Kay knew she wasn't going to get any benefits from being Shamar's manager anymore, she probably thought, why not rush to get the deal signed and leave Shamar with nothing in return? That's how wicked people can be when their interests aren't met.
He good, bitch. He ain't never not been good with me. You can ask anybody, bitch, that people that don't even need, people, I don't even need clout off them. They don't even need clout off me. We good. Anybody, any of my friends, we good.
But as we all know, with Kay's reputation on the line, she jumped on multiple live videos trying to make things right and get people to see from her point of view. One of which was her claiming she wasn't a manager, but a friend. Pretty convenient, don't you think?
I'm new. I'm not a manager. I wasn't a manager. When I met Shamar, I wasn't a manager. I was an artist. But I knew I had connections, and I knew I could have took that opportunity to elevate me and elevate him.
First off, there's nothing wrong with having a friend as a manager. That's perfectly fine. But even when you're friends, it's important to keep things professional when professionalism is expected. Even Shamar said she was tired of Kay constantly whining about her online.
Now I'm really getting so sick of her. Keep talking about me. You mad? Because you're not getting no more money from me?
There have been a lot of allegations made against Kay. And if they're all true, then she's neither a good friend nor a good manager. And what does she have to say to justify her bad behavior towards Shamar? She just keeps bringing up the things she's done for her in the past.
Not only that, I was more than just a manager with Shamar. Me and my brother went down there every day to Shamar's house to clean his house. Take out his trash. Take him grocery shopping. Take him here. Take him there.
No matter what Kay might have done for Shamar in the past, it still doesn't justify what she did to him now, if she actually did it. She treated Shamar so badly that he had to come online and cry to his followers about how she handled her money, especially since she trusted her as a friend. So sad, but guess what? Big K is Alvo's cousin.
Through his intermediate tears, he alleged that his boyfriend Alvo's cousin, who was working as his manager, stole some money from him for a booking.
Now you can see just how trapped Shamar is. There's no way Alvo, her boyfriend, would go against her cousin for her. And since it's clear they're both after Shamar's money and clout, those two relatives will definitely team up to squeeze as much as they can out of her. So what pushed Shamar to such an emotional state?
Apparently Shamar was supposed to be booked and busy on January 4th at a club called Levels in Virginia. Shamar even promoted the booking.
Things moved fast, not long after Shamar was expected to show up at the club for her performance. The plan was 50% down payment would be made for the booking fee and paid to Shamar before the event. The problem now is that Shamar claimed she hadn't received any payment yet, even though the club owner made it clear that he had already sent the money to Alvo or his manager Kay, who were in charge of Shamar's bookings. And from a previous Instagram post description, we can see that Alvo was indeed the one in charge of booking for Shamar. Her bio reads, "DM for a collab branding promo, Shamar my wife." According to the post made by the club owner, he gave a disclaimer to other club owners and businesses. Just a heads up for club owners and club promoters, do not, and I repeat, do not do any business with Shamar McCoy, Mr. Clockett. Me and my team contacted his supposed-to-be fiancé, Alvo, who if you go on his Instagram and his bio, it says that's who handles his booking. He in return had this so-called manager call me and we booked Shamar. We did the entire process, booked him for Saturday, January 4th at Levels Lounge in Chesapeake, Virginia. That is Alvo, Shamar's boyfriend and the one in charge of her bookings, got Big K, Shamar's supposed manager, to contact the club to talk about booking Shamar. They agreed on a $4,500 performance fee with a 50% deposit, which came out to $2,250. We did the entire process, booked him for Saturday, January 4th at Levels Lounge in Chesapeake, Virginia for $4,500 with a 50% deposit. Deposit was sent and confirmed, and they sent us one video drop December 12th confirming he would be there. The club owner went on to explain how they tried to promote the event, saying the video promo Shamar team sent was trash, so he had to send Shamar's manager a flyer to post on their Instagram page. They didn't do it until just 24 hours before the event, which made the club owner contact Shamar directly to find out what was going on, since the team in charge of booking had stopped replying to his messages. The club owner eventually got Shamar on a call so they could talk about the whole situation with her booking.
Bro, you don't do business like that, bro. And I tried to avoid this shit because I know it's going to get ugly.
Well, I didn't get the money. Y'all said the money.
Man, listen, man, we passed that. All right, you didn't get the money. What's the next thing? All right, Shamar.
With that out of the way, the club owner told Shamar it would be best to put the deposit a side issue for now and focus on planning for the event, since it was just a few hours away. The club owner even promised to pay for Shamar's plane ticket and cover her hotel stay, just so she could make it to the event, since Shamar said she didn't have any money on her.
Shamar, we're going to pay for your flights to get here.
You're right.
All right, bro, so once again, you ain't even got no intentions on coming here, so you bucking. You rather lose that or lose goddamn $50,000 to $100,000. That's what's gonna happen.
That sounds like a fair deal. Since her team had already been paid 50%, she just needed to show up, perform, and then get the remaining $2,250 balance. But as you might have guessed, Shamar was nowhere to be found. She didn't show up for the club event. So what's really going on here? Who has the initial 50% deposit? And why is Shamar completely in the dark about it? We'll get to that, but first, let's confirm whether the club actually made the payment. Along with his post on social media, the club owner also shared proof of the payment and the contract between him and Shamar's team. This is the contract that was signed and sent back to the club owner. You can clearly see the date of the event and the amount they agreed on. And in his next image, the agreement states that a full refund would be made if the artist failed to show up for the event. The deposit is non-refundable. If the client cancels the performance for any reason, the deposit will be returned 100%. He also shared the initial chat he sent to Alvo about Shamar's availability for the event. After that, the manager, Kay, contacted the club owner, and the proof of payment for the deposit was sent to Alvo and dropped in his DMs. Since it's clear that the money was received by Kay, you have to wonder, was Shamar even aware of what was going on? If she knew, did she realize the deposit had already been sent? Or did Alvo and Kay just keep the money for themselves? Well, here's what Shamar had to say.
The contract. Okay? With the contract, I didn't even see the contract in my email.
Knowing his reputation was on the line, Shamar came online to explain that he knew nothing about the whole contract situation or where the money went. Shamar claimed he didn't understand any of it, and the worst part was how the contract stated he had to return money he never even received. Keep in mind, all this happened after the Fendi record deal drama.
Shamar is once again making piss poor decisions, and this is similar to the situation he had about a month and a half ago with Fendi the rapper.
At that point, Shamar had already cut ties with her manager, and she made sure to make that clear to her listeners.
My thing is, she's not my manager. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. She doesn't manage me anymore. I do not have no manager. I'm not signed to no label, no nothing.
So what this looks like is that Big K and her cousin Alvo pulled a scam on Shamar, if what she's saying is true. It'd be illegal for Kay to represent Shamar after Shamar had already told her she wanted nothing to do with her anymore. But if Shamar really had no knowledge of what happened, then how did Alvo or Kay, the same people she claimed were no longer managing her, get her to make 2 promo videos for the show, which the club later rejected for poor quality? Maybe that was only possible because Shamar was still involved in that forbidden relationship with Alvo at the time. Here's Alvo promising that Shamar's promo video would be sent to the club owner. Now, here's the chat where Shamar's video was sent to the club owner to promote the upcoming event. The club owner didn't share the video as evidence. Or maybe he just didn't save it back then because he thought the video they made was trash and way below the standard of what they were aiming for. Here's what he had to say to Alvo. Yeah, I ain't trying to be worrisome, but yeah, when he gets some time and relaxed, can he do it over? I literally woke up and told him this morning. We are doing it over. I watched it again. I didn't like it at all. Thanks. I finna go see him now. Morning, are we still a lock on the new drop? Hey, doing it right now. Eventually, the conversation started to slow down after the club owner said he didn't like the new video that was sent to him. He said that neither was really good, but the first was better. Can he try one more time, please? So if Shamar was made to record a promo video for the event, how could she be unaware of everything going on in the background? Is it possible she was so gullible that she didn't know about the plan to run off with the club owner's money? Did Alvo lie to her? And the fact that Alvo presented Kay as Shamar's manager, despite Shamar claiming she was no longer her manager, says a lot too. According to Shamar, from her own point of view, she believes the whole thing was a setup by Kay and the club owner to get free service from her.
I mean, say I'm not going to a booking for free if I didn't get the deposit. If she doing something like that, I'm not going. I don't care. I'm not going. It's all the setup, to be honest. And nobody didn't let me know shit about this. Nobody didn't even let me know.
While his idea is feasible, that he might have been set up by Big K and cornered into performing at a show without getting paid, he's not entirely wrong. But how did he manage to paint only Kay as the villain when Alvo, her cousin, was also heavily involved in the scam?
Nobody didn't even let me know nothing about payment was being sent, contract was signed, all of that. They didn't even call me and let me know nothing. They just kept it on a hush mouth like...
This is exactly why Shamar needed a structured system like the record label she rejected for absolutely stupid reasons. Because it's the same people who are now scamming her. If she had been under a record deal, there's no way she'd end up in a situation where she's completely cut off from contract signings and payments. It's possible that Alvo manipulated Shamar into making those videos that were sent to the club owner. No one truly knows what happened for sure. The whole situation is just too messy.
Look at this promoter, like, why would you do that? Why would you send your money to somebody that's not even managing me no more? Why would you send your money to somebody that not even my manager?
It seemed like Shamar didn't fully understand what was going on. Alvo was the one handling all the discussions and planning with the club owner. The club owner said he initially contacted Alvo for the booking, but at some point the manager, Kay, also reached out, and it looked like Kay was the one who actually received the payment. So Shamar had no idea that the man she was sleeping with was heavily involved in all this. The club owner later requested a refund, but Kay, whose real name is Kayla, refused to return the money. Despite Shamar's sob story, people weren't buying it because of her association with Alvo. One person said, "So you going to be broke soon and Alvo is good because he's greedy, getting your TikTok money, YouTube money, and Instagram money, so you screwed Shamar, money is gone." Basically saying, how can you still have Alvo in control of your social media accounts, making money off you, when it's clear how negative he's been for you since you've been together? Another commenter was blunt, "Stop lying, boy." A more honest and probably accurate comment came from another viewer who said Shamar clearly knows who has the money and advised her to get a better team around her. Shamar knows who got that money. He was boo-hooing for sympathy. Alvo is using Shamar just like so many people have around him. Shamar needs a real team that will look out for him. The reason Shamar is just as suspicious as the other two, Alvo and Kay, is because right before the club owner messaged Alvo in early December 2024, there was a video of all three of them together in an apartment, having fun about a week or two before the conversation with the manager began. The video is titled, "Shamar Manager Kay at Apartment After All the Commotion, Play Shamar's Song." The commotion this video is referring to is the issue between Shamar, Fendi, Alvo, and her manager Kay. The video is posted on this page on the 26th of November 2024. Clearly, we can see that even though Shamar came out publicly to say that she and Kay no longer had any professional relationship, they still had plenty of personal interaction. That was possibly how Alvo and Kay were able to manipulate her into making the promo video. Or maybe Shamar is just as bad as the two of them and knew exactly about the scam, taking her own share. Because Shamar seems pretty sharp to me despite her physical disability. You could hear Shamar's voice in the background, and here's Alvo. And here's a clearer view of Shamar, just in case you're in doubt. This person mocked Shamar by saying, "Kay got the last laugh." This other viewer held nothing back in his criticism. One day Shamar will know the difference between right and wrong. Right now he is in the wrong lane all the way to disaster world. And isn't that exactly what's happening to her now, with her career on the line because of all this scam drama? This is what happens when you trust the wrong people or surround yourself with selfish, self-serving ones. Shamar made the same mistake with another big musician and influencer named Akbar V.
Let me speak, because it's not an argument. We're going to have a conversation.
Just bring something to you up.
No,
okay?
you can't. Listen. You coming up here with the wrong energy. You need to be humble and let's have a conversation.
The feeling around Akbar and Shamar is pretty mixed among viewers. Some people see Akbar as a positive influence in her life, while others think she's just like everyone else, using Shamar for clout. But could it be both? maybe Akbar genuinely means well for Shamar, but also uses her clout to boost her own content. Before I get into what caused their argument in the earlier video, let's look at how Akbar got involved with Shamar. One of the first public interactions between the two that blew up was when a video surfaced of Shamar in the studio with Akbar. Shamar jumped on a diss track called Shot O'Clock against an artist named Biggie. There have been plenty of indications that Shamar and Akbar's relationship started long before this. Regardless, Shamar didn't hesitate to call Akbar out when she was at fault. One of the first cracks in their collaboration showed when Shamar came out and said she wasn't getting enough credit for the Shot O'Clock song.
And another thing too, it's crazy that Akbar really tried to take credit of what she did.
For whatever reason, Shamar believed that Akbar wasn't completely on her side, so she thought coming online was a better way to sort things out rather than talking to her personally. One of the most shocking things Shamar has said so far is that Akbar is only around her to chase clout.
Akbar, you really is the clout chaser. I'm the reason why your song is going up, love. Nobody do not listen to you for real. Nobody do not listen to your song for real. Your song do flop.
All people will see is Shamar trying to fight for himself, but what I see is a pattern. This is just one of the many people she's collaborated with, and she's always fighting with them. Could it be that people look at her and think they can cheat or take advantage of her? Yes, it's very possible. But at some point, someone has to look at Shamar and ask why she's always in these kinds of situations, and why she hasn't done anything to stop it, like getting a capable and trustworthy team around her.
I'm the reason why your song is hitting numbers. Okay? Let's go ahead and clock that to you. Not even only that.
Shamar said the same thing about the song she made with Fendi. Even though Fendi already had plenty of fame on her own, there's an element from both sides that affects the performance of a song, so claiming it's all because of her isn't completely accurate. That's the whole point of a feature though, bringing another artist's style into a song. But it's not really as deep as Shamar is making it out to be. She makes it seem like Akbar wouldn't be fine without her on the song. This ego is what you'll notice whenever Shamar criticizes artists she's worked with in the past.
Baby, you know you need me on that song.
Akbar also pointed out this fact in her video when talking about Shamar and her online behavior.
You a black man who have an egoistic problem, and what you do is you degrade black women and you talk to people so crazy. You don't even talk to just black women like that. You do everybody like that.
Just as a jab at Shamar, who identifies as a woman and not a man, Akbar intentionally made sure to call her a black man. For the most part, people around or outside of Shamar's circle have always used different pronouns for her. Some use masculine ones, while others use feminine ones. But Akbar's comment here is definitely subtle and deliberate. She even made sure to separate Shamar from black women by saying that Shamar has no respect for them or for anyone. In response, Akbar revealed that even though Shamar was the one who sang those verses, she was actually the one who wrote them for her. That pissed Shamar off. She didn't think it was cool for Akbar to share that detail with the public.
That's why you wrote the lyrics down and you was on live. Baby, you put your business out there. You put what you're doing for somebody out there. And that's not the case, boo. You don't have to do that because, baby, even if I was on the song with you or not, I'm still going to go up and I'm still going to do me and I'm still going to blow up and I'm still going to be booked and busy.
On top of that, Shamar accused Akbar of trying to take advantage of her by making her perform at free shows.
You call my phone, want me to come do these shows with you for free? Baby, I don't go nowhere for free. That's what I don't do.
This person said what everybody's been thinking. Why he beefed with everybody he did a song with. Even Akbar brought up the same point in a video she made responding to what Shamar said about their issues.
And dude, he argue with everybody. We go back and forth. Might see him and say what's up. Keep it pushing.
Based on everything we've seen so far, Shamar can definitely be like that, but she never causes an uproar without a reason. Still, it's always good to have some restraint to know when to react and when to just let things go. Given that Shamar has been in such a disadvantaged position her whole life because of her disability, she might be subconsciously doing everything she can to keep people from walking all over her. But is she going about it the right way? Akbar decided to take things personally by claiming she had some video recordings of Shamar that Shamar wouldn't want anyone to see.
I don't have to expose you. I ain't got to upload none of these videos that you know I got and these recordings on the calls that you know I got. I don't have to do none of that. You know what? I ain't even finna be the person that I used to be. You know how I used to go at folks and be so negative and turn up on the internet? Let me, I ain't gonna do that to you. I'm gonna let you live, baby. You know, go ahead. You and Shamar, go ahead. Shamar, I wish you the best, baby. I ain't nothing in my bone, a hateful body towards you. Only thing I ever did wanted you to win and help you, baby.
What could be in those video recordings? We can only guess. But I'd assume they're not good. Akbar made sure to say that all she ever did was try to help Shamar, and that's probably one of those things Shamar hates hearing the most.
Shamar, I wish you the best, baby. I ain't nothing in my bone, a hateful body towards you. Only thing I ever did wanted you to win and help you, baby.
Shamar has always stood his ground that he's no pushover, that he brings a lot to the table and isn't just some disabled person to be pitied or helped. This sentiment is also shared by many viewers. One person said, when it's all over, no one is going to want to work with Shamar. He is not humble toward the people who help him. But I don't know if you noticed something in the recent video of Shamar. Look at his teeth here, but this is how his teeth looked months before. After her dental work, Shamar came online to display his new look to his followers.
Go look at it. Stay tuned, baby. And I can show my true family thanks to Zeus Network and thanks to Smiley LA.
The dental work on Shamar was done by Smile LA and aired on the Zeus Network, with Dr. Trev Thomas performing the operation on Shamar.
You know, I'm always shine bright like a diamond. New smile, new me, new everything. Yeah, clock that. Okay. What's up? My name is Shamar. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. You better clock that. Hey, let's get it. Oh my God, look how my teeth were looking.
We may actually have to go in there and break your bottom jaw and push it back.
That was an amazing moment for Shamar as she improved her appearance, but someone wasn't very pleased with how things turned out. Akbar expected to be appreciated more for her contribution in helping Shamar get her teeth done.
Come on, I'm the reason that Shamar got the moment. Let's be honest. You know, I asked, and I knew being the diva that Lemmy is, he was going to get on the internet and try to downplay something and try to say something, you know, that going to push my buttons.
Akbar called out Lamel Plummer, the CEO of Zeus Network, for not giving her enough credit for the part she played in making the dental work possible. But then she went on to say that she doesn't do good deeds for validation or to get something in return.
I don't need not one validation. When I help people, I help them out of genuine and kindness of my heart, because I got a big heart.
But if Akbar truly did what she did for Shamar out of genuine love and without needing praise, why is she now asking for credit for her part? Could something else have triggered her to make this statement publicly? Something most people didn't notice is that Akbar had already been having some tension and issues with Zeus Network in the recent past, especially after claiming that the network didn't support her song.
I don't even be trying to go back and forth with this network, because at the end of the day, you know, I already knew it was some bull crap when, you know, they didn't support the Shot O'Clock record and it was beef with that, you know what I'm saying? And when I got up there and got to arguing with, you know, one of the baddies, and I brung up Lemmy brother name in it.
It could be that this whole thing about credit isn't really about her involvement in the dental work, but more of a reaction to the resentment she's been holding deep down. Because looking at it from the outside, getting credit doesn't seem like that big of a deal for her to blow up and make a public video about it. After that, Akbar and Lamel, sometimes called Lemmy, the founder of Zeus Network, went on live together to discuss their issues. And right at the beginning of the video, Lemmy made a statement that really triggered Akbar.
Very simple. It's not about me, you, or Dr. Trev. It's about Shamar. Right?
It is. And
so you gotta stop.
I want to see Shamar. But
hold on, why are you here? Listen, you gotta stop clout chasing off of everything and just
how am I clout?
Why are you? It's teeth. It's teeth.
Lemmy knows exactly how to rile Akbar up. His point was that she didn't need to make a big deal out of the whole situation, especially since it was all for Shamar, and they were supposed to be happy for her, not make a scene about it. For the most part, the video is just full of shouting and talking over each other, making it hard to even understand what they were saying.
Over a makeover teeth show?
When did you reach out to Shamar?
You are that thirsty.
No. When did you reach out to Shamar? Because we gonna get his people online. You know, I like to call.
Akbar claimed that it was her idea to get Shamar in their network, and that she was the one who contacted them to bring him in so he could get his teeth done.
Yeah, so I want to know when y'all reached out. When was this meeting supposed to be? I reached out to you in November and said do his teeth. You said a lot of...
I feel like she's telling the truth about this because Lemmy never denied that she was the one who reached out to them. At the same time, this really shouldn't be a big deal. But it makes sense that Akbar's issue isn't mainly about recognition. It's more about her deeper subconscious frustration with Lemmy and his network. This just became an outlet for her to let it all out.
And on top of that, you know I'm real. Why would I want to, this on everything I love, why would I clout chase Shamar? I'm the one who helped Shamar, like, for real. Like, let's make this make sense. My record was always ready going up before I even added Shamar because my daughter told me to.
Despite Akbar wanting credit for suggesting Shamar for their show, Lemmy responded to her point by saying she wasn't the only one who did so.
And, Shamar, we just announced today that Shamar is going to be, featured as the surprise episode. So, maybe you guys saw Akbar online. I guess she posted a DM with me and her saying, I guess she suggested, just like 100 or 1,000 other people suggested, that we should, take a look at, doing an episode on his teeth.
So the point is, if many others suggested Shamar, why should Akbar be singled out as the only one who did? Maybe Akbar thought she was the only person who sent a message or recommendation to the Zeus network. And on top of that, it wasn't even her who pushed to get Shamar on the show. If it hadn't been for Dr. Trev's effort, a completely different kind of content would have been made about Shamar.
And actually, Dr. Trev was the one who really pushed for that to happen, because we wanted to originally put out a show that just focused on just, your everyday person. And, we thought it'd be great to maybe, if we do a different type of version of it, it would be, maybe celebrity driven, but
wouldn't it have been better if Akbar had reached out to Lemmy privately to ask her why her recommendation wasn't appreciated or recognized on the show? Maybe if she had, she would have realized that her suggestion, like hundreds of others, was simply overlooked or considered, since they were mainly trying to focus on the celebrity side of Shamar until the doctor convinced them to take a different approach. It really makes it seem like she's chasing clout, jumping on live videos to make a fuss about every issue that comes up. Eventually, Shamar and Akbar got on a video together to hash things out. But of course it was in public. Isn't that convenient?
You act like I need you, love, and I don't need
Shamar, I never said
you.
that.
Act like I need you, and I don't.
Shamar, calm down. I never said that. Could you have a conversation without arguing?
I am liar.
Shamar.
Akbar always treats him like someone less privileged who needs to be helped, instead of seeing him as a partner or someone deserving of equal respect.
Also, then I get on the phone with you and say, Shamar, I can help you get a manager. I can't manage you, and I don't want nothing in return. Then I say that to you.
But why you had to go on live and do what you did on live?
What did I do on live, Shamar? What did I do on live?
Everything.
If Akbar had only had an issue with the Zeus network and focused on Lemmy, Shamar would have never found any problem with what she did. But just to discredit the network, she had to come out and tell everyone that she did this for Shamar and that for Shamar. Shamar had an issue with her coming out to share all the things they talked about in private.
Listen, could you listen?
Okay, come on, go ahead.
What I'm saying is that you went online, you posted on your Instagram that you did this and you did that for me, or whatever the case may be.
Shamar, I did not do that. And I hate that they ripped you up and thought that. I did not do that, Shamar.
Okay, listen.
Okay, go
ahead,
boo.
How can she claim that she didn't do that when that's exactly what she just did? Isn't she the one who said she wanted to get a manager for Shamar? I guess she didn't really understand what Shamar was talking about. In Akbar's defense, she claimed that she made a live video asking for Shamar's teeth to be fixed long before Zeus Network came into the picture, and Shamar had this to say in response.
Let me just go ahead and correct you. Zeus been wanting me, boo.
Okay, listen, time out. When did they reach out to you?
When they reached out to me? They been reached out to me.
Like when? What day? What month?
Out to me. They reached out to me way before I even dropped the girl that was doing my...
Okay, so you got receipts? Do you have receipts for that? Because I got receipts. You know who just signed?
In Shamar's eyes, Akbar had done almost nothing to make the dental work possible. Even before it was done, Akbar was on a live video declaring that she would make it happen for Shamar. But clearly Zeus Network had already reached out to Shamar long before she told him she would help him with it. Akbar went on to say that she knew the person who handled the contract for the whole thing, and claimed she was aware of everything going on behind the scenes.
Who is Wiggy to me, Shamar?
Who is Wiggy to you? A friend, boo.
Okay. Friend, cousin, whatever. We can say how we want to say it. Okay, bet. So you don't think, okay,
You just agreed to everything I just said. You don't think I know what day they reached out?
If she was aware of what was going on behind the scenes, that doesn't mean she made it happen. And why is she so hell-bent and angry that Zeus Network is getting the credit for it?
Why are you so mad about me posting the same screenshot that I posted November the 24th when I asked you, did you want your teeth done? And I told people to ask you. So why you so mad about it when I been posted that same screenshot was like,
Who said
hey, you
anything
want...
about I was mad at it? I just said one thing only.
Okay, but no, Shamar, you got on there and made a whole rant about me. You know I ain't never...
Akbar wants to be praised so badly for what she's done. If what she did was truly genuine, she'd be happy about the result instead of posting all over the internet just to let everyone know she was involved.
I feel like to me that it was my moment, and I feel like they sure you were trying to check.
Shamar, why would I want to take your moment? And I was excited for you. And if you felt that way, I'm woman enough to say I apologize if you felt that way.
Yes, it was supposed to be a time for Shamar's fans to celebrate his new transformation, to be happy for him and rejoice in his new look. But instead, all the attention ended up being diverted to Akbar. The aftermath of his dental work turned into a nightmare for Shamar instead of a joyful moment. Is Akbar expecting Shamar to fight Zeus Network for giving her the platform to fix her teeth? Hell no. If she did that, everyone would just turn on Shamar and call her ungrateful. And even now, some viewers are already calling Shamar an ingrate for not taking Akbar's side. This viewer commented, "Shamar is so ungrateful, and I'm so sick of clocking that T."
The thing, but what you did lie about is one thing. You lied about when they reached out to you. You lied about that because you know I know when they reached out to you.
Tell you when they reached out
You
to
don't
me.
have to tell me because I already know. I already know, and I got receipts
Who you
for that.
think you is, my mama?
How can she claim that she knew with certainty when they reached out to her? Did Akbar tap Shamar's phone or hack into her email? Or maybe she had someone spying on Shamar. Shamar never told her the exact date they reached out. He only gave a rough time frame, but Akbar wanted to believe he was lying simply because it didn't fit her narrative. After all that, with the dust still not settling, Akbar eventually gave in to the whole back and forth and made a post on her Instagram page.
Because one thing about God, he give me my blessings, you know. To Shamar, I wish him the best. You know, I really was gonna get to Shamar and really pipe him.
Even though Akbar let things go and allowed the matter to die down, there is still someone close to Shamar who shaped her into what she is today, for better and for so much worse. That person is Alvo, her then fiance.
Hey, can you tell Shamar, can I do a feature? Can you tell Shamar, can I do a TikTok? Like, y'all be the same way.
Earlier in this video, we talked about Alvo's involvement with Shamar in one way or another. Alvo is also a content creator and has been seen in multiple clips and live videos with Shamar since their relationship became public.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it, don't play with it.
But over time, even though Shamar was blinded by the attention she was getting from Alvo, people around them started noticing that something was off about the way Alvo behaved toward her. Many began accusing him of taking advantage of Shamar and using her for clout and money. When the backlash became overwhelming, Alvo posted a video on Instagram claiming that he would stop posting Shamar on his page from that point onward.
Y'all, I'm no longer posting my boyfriend on my page no more. I'm sorry, it's just too much going on. It's too many snakes around him. It's too many weird people doing weird stuff. And I just feel like I'm too much of a good person, and I don't want my name connected to nothing that's gonna make me look like a bad person or make me look crazy.
This person went straight to attack Alvo. "You're talking about snakes. Boy, you're using Shamar. You don't want him. You are taking his money. Talking about you got your own. Get a life and a real job. I can't stand people who sit back and count other people's money. Pay your own rent. I don't know you. You're sickening." Alvo claimed that he's too good a person, but that he couldn't set up a proper Instagram page for Shamar. At one point, Shamar was struggling to maintain a proper Instagram page, and Akbar had always been the one helping her with it, even after Shamar lost her page. People had noticed that Alvo had ridden on Shamar's fame to build his own page. As of now, Alvo has 120,000 followers. Someone else said something about this in the comments section. "The jig is up, bruh. Help Shamar set up his own page to get money. You're making money off your page off of him, and messing up his deals getting in his business. You're the one using him." Maybe Alvo thought sending such a sorry video to his followers would bring him sympathy and support, but it didn't go as expected. He could have just stopped posting Shamar without announcing it to everyone. Even though Shamar was blind to it for the most part, she eventually came to her senses, and not long after that, she cut ties with Alvo. Right after the whole relationship ended, all hell broke loose. But what exactly pushed Shamar to finally make that tough decision? Or did Shamar really leave Alvo?
I'm good. I'm okay. With that being said, he said what he said. He said he don't want to be gay no more.
Now, we all know that's some BS excuse from Alvo. It means it was Alvo who left Shamar, not the other way around. I believe Alvo had gotten all he wanted, enough of her, and enough of a fan base and following to no longer depend on Shamar. Plus, the negative attention Shamar was getting at the time was probably starting to rub off on him, especially with people calling Alvo out for using her. It was time to move on.
And he want to be straight, and not even under that. He said he got a new man now, so what's the one is that? I don't know. Cause at this point, I'm confused. You don't want to be gay, or do you got a new man?
If that conversation happened the way Shamar described it, then it's a disrespectful excuse to leave her, because it doesn't make any sense.
I'm good. I'm okay. You said what you said, and that'll be your last time playing with my feelings.
During this time, right after the breakup was still fresh, Alvo posted some content on his Instagram page that hinted at the end of their relationship. His first post was a picture of himself. Check your man phone, bookie butt. Was he trying to tell his fans that he'd checked Shamar's phone and found out she was cheating? Or maybe he discovered something that felt like a betrayal, something that pushed him to break up with her. In the post that followed, Alvo shared a video of himself with the title, "Going My Own Way, Doing My Own Thing, Loving Myself for a Change, you know?" All of this clearly pointed to his departure from the relationship with Shamar, but the post that really broke the ice was a simple one. A caption that read, "Single," with a heartbreak emoji. Someone who didn't believe Alvo was serious about the breakup decided to mock him in the comments. Every time he gets some food, he's single, until he needs food again. Basically saying that Alvo's had enough attention for now and thinks he can stand alone, but he'll come running back once he needs Shamar for clout and relevance again. But honestly, was the breakup really that painful for Alvo? Or was it another act to manipulate his viewers? That question, along with a flood of negative messages and comments from people, eventually pushed Alvo to completely break down in tears on a live video.
When we came back from a booking, I had to go pack my apartment up because I had to be out my apartment by January 5th. I went and packed my apartment up. We got on the phone with another man.
Well, after being painted as the bad guy for most of his relationship with Shamar, and even after the breakup, Alvo thought it was best to let everyone know that Shamar had cheated on him. But if that's true, why did he decide to stay with her after it happened? Could it be that he was benefiting from Shamar and didn't want to leave? Or was he just blindly in love?
Because I felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt like I didn't have enough money for him. And then he went and got his seat there. He went and got his seat there by Zeus Network.
It seems like Alvo felt diminished after what Shamar did. He started questioning everything, even his own self-worth. Alvo claimed that he wanted to ask Shamar if she still wanted to be with him after what had happened.
Is you gonna leave me? Be real, is you gonna leave me? Because everybody's saying I'm using you. Everybody's saying I need you. He told me he was not gonna leave me. He was not gonna mistreat me. And then soon he got his fucking thing, he mistreated me. He left me, bro. He left me. He did not care about me no more.
But Shamar's version of the story is that Alvo wanted to leave her for someone else, or that he used the excuse of not being gay anymore. But now Alvo is claiming it was actually Shamar who orchestrated the whole breakup and left him. Who are we to believe?
Everybody counted him out because of his disability, and I still took a chance on him. I'll be a liar. I'll be a fucking liar to say that I knew that I was going to build a platform or I wasn't going to have clout. I knew that, but I cared about him. I actually give a fuck about him. I wanted the best for him.
That's the most honest he's been since he started making this video. At least he admitted that he was with Shamar for the fame and money, but whether he genuinely liked Shamar is another matter entirely. Now, the one who's accused of being the user is claiming to be the victim.
I told him, and y'all just don't believe me, but I did. Only reason why I started talking about him because he started mistreating me. He started mistreating me, so I started talking about him. I was hurt. My feelings was hurt. I felt played. I felt like I got used.
It was unfair. Alvo seemed to be going through an emotional breakdown, but the comment section was having a blast, laughing their asses off. That made things even worse for Alvo as he screamed about not being taken seriously. The breakdown and crying seemed genuine to me, though I might be wrong. This person even suggested an award for him.
Y'all don't understand, trying to be funny. Y'all thought I was trying to be funny when I was saying I was being a caregiver, but I'm not being funny. I did a line for Shamar, bro. I did a line.
A lady in the comments asked a comical question. "This not funny, but why my man, don't cry like this when I leave." Only a few comments were actually meant to encourage Alvo, like this one. "Baby, you just need to take this as a lesson and glow up on home. He will get his karma." Alvo went on to list everything he'd done for Shamar, only to end up being disrespected by the public. He claimed he was the one who helped her with her promos, read through her contracts, handled the tough parts of the business, and so on.
Y'all don't understand the promoters I had to talk to. Y'all don't understand how much I had to stay up just to make sure he made a flight. Y'all don't understand what I've been through. Y'all don't understand how much I've been through. I've been through so freaking much.
Alvo has also made this claim in another video, even going as far as saying that Shamar can't read or count anything.
He told me he was going to help me. He didn't even help me. And it's like, I'm not trying to talk about him or nothing right here because he's right here beside me. But I'm not talking about Shamar, but Shamar, he don't help me. He don't even know how to read that good. So I be having to read the shit for him, look at shit. I be having to take the money. He don't even know how to count that good.
In this particular video, Alvo was complaining that Shamar wasn't taking good care of him financially. He claimed that Shamar had to promise to pay his rent and cover a few other things but hadn't done so. How can a grown man be so entitled to someone else's money? This is exactly why most people have a problem with Alvo. He's a fully capable man. If he needs his rent paid, he should go get a job. Alvo believes their relationship should be transactional. Since he's helping her with certain things, he expects Shamar to spend money on him. What a shameless man.
So it's like I be having to count the money for him. So it's just like I don't get paid for none of that shit. When I first met him, he had like $8,000 in his bank account. Now he got, I'm not gonna tell y'all, but now he's good. He's wealthy.
Can you imagine? Alvo has been spying on Shamar's finances and expecting her to do this and that for him. It's the entitlement mentality that's blowing my mind. So disgusting.
Right now, while I owe in rent, he can really pay it and it will not even hurt his pockets. But I don't know, he probably just don't want to help me.
Regardless of whether Shamar has the money or not, it's the expectation that's wrong. While it's good to always help loved ones when they're in need, it's also important to be cautious about how and when you do it. What if this person is living in a home above their income level? What if this person gets lazy and doesn't want to work anymore because of entitlement? What if this person turns such help into a responsibility that must always be fulfilled? This viewer made a very interesting point. How he need help, I'm pretty sure Shamar hit him off a few times. He was busy splurging, didn't save none of that money, thinking he was going to continue to get Shamar money. That's the whole point. Entitled people expect that entitlement to keep rolling in, and whenever it stops, all hell breaks loose. Shamar saw Alvo's video and didn't appreciate what he said.
When you know Alvo was like that, I can't really read that good, or I can't really count that good, and this and that third, and he needed me to help him pay his rent or whatever, right? I really feel some type of way about that. Like, that really make me want to just keep my distance away from him.
Shamar didn't actually dispute the fact that Alvo helped her with those things he mentioned, but what she focused on was how Alvo said it and how people would perceive it. Shamar saw it as his subtle way of making her look stupid, in the most disrespectful way. Someone like Shamar might have dealt with enough physical abuse already, but when it's taken to a mental or capability level, she's bound to find that very annoying.
You want me to give you my hard-earned money, but it's like you don't do stuff like that. You don't tell your feeling of how you really feel, and you don't talk about the next person like...
That's fair enough. If Shamar wants to give out her money, it should be her decision, not something done out of intimidation by Alvo. Everyone has the ability to make their own money. Alvo should have stopped counting Shamar's money and expecting payment in return. I don't know what kind of partner expects money back for helping their loved one. Someone posted an ironic comment. Help that man if he helping you, count and read. And what does Alvo have to say in response to that?
Y'all know I care about him. Y'all know I wanted to be with him. Y'all know I didn't steal no money from him. Y'all want us to break up so bad. I hope y'all happy y'all got what y'all want. Y'all some evil, miserable people, bro.
Before the final breakup, Shamar and Alvo had split up a couple of times, but they eventually sorted things out and got back together. Alvo always has this victim mentality, that he's never at fault, and the blame is always on Shamar. And if Shamar isn't to be blamed, then it's all the miserable people online who are at fault for pointing out the obvious things he's doing to Shamar. This person put it perfectly. A person that cares about an individual isn't looking for anything. It's not unconditional love, it's conditions. He could make his own money as they make money together. Towards the end of the earlier video, Alvo didn't end it on a good note because of something he said.
Bro, I just wanted respect. All I wanted was respect and to be my own person. That's all I wanted. I told him I care about you. I just didn't have the money. I wanted to give him something for Valentine's Day. I couldn't give him nothing for Valentine's Day because I didn't have the money.
For those confused about what he was talking about, Alvo didn't give Shamar any gift on Valentine's Day, and that was seen as a bad look on his part. To be honest, Alvo messed up there because the whole point of Valentine's is to share love and moments with the people you care about. Even something small but meaningful would have gone a long way, but giving absolutely nothing can come across as not being serious. Maybe Alvo has always been like this, and Shamar has just always been fine with it. But how's that even acceptable? Could it be tied to Shamar's upbringing? Maybe his family didn't show that kind of love, and Shamar, for the most part, never saw a problem with being treated that way. One thing's for sure, though, Shamar is always proud of where he's from.
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, my love. I'm not from the United States. I'm from Atlanta. United States is just the United States of America.
I don't really understand how he rationalizes that, but he loves Atlanta, Georgia so much that he finds it disrespectful to say he's from the United States, even though that's where he was born and raised. There's also been a lot of talk online about his mother and who his father might be. People close to Shamar believe that his mother got pregnant by her own brother. And one of the main points people bring up when talking about the alleged incest between his parents is Shamar's disability. In a live video with Shanika, Shamar introduced someone new.
Right.
Nigga to do beauty shop. Oh, who is that?
That's my twin brother.
What's up? What's up? Fine. Oh, it's two of y'all.
Yeah, that's my twin brother.
What you'll notice is that even the brother had some kind of disability similar to Shamar's. His brother's name is AJ. AJ doesn't have a visible physical disability, but has some kind of mental condition he's dealing with. This revelation was exciting to fans, as they got to learn that Shamar had a twin brother, but it only made the situation worse when it came to the incest rumor. I'll explain why in a bit.
What's your name?
What, my name?
Yeah.
My name Lou.
His name AJ.
AJ.
He might say his name Lil Wayne, but his name not no damn Lil Wayne. His name is AJ.
Became as popular as he is today. At the time, as grown as he and AJ were, they were still living with their mother. So Shanika asked to meet her.
Where y'all mama at?
Downstairs.
Let me meet your mama. Let me see her.
Oh.
Shanika, being very curious about the whole situation, thought it'd be best if she could meet Shamar's mother and exchange a few words. It would also be good for content, since this was the first time anyone was getting to meet the people behind Shamar's background.
I'm fine. How you doing?
I do okay.
You doing okay?
Yes, I'm doing okay.
Where you from?
Their mother seemed like a lovely lady. Reliable sources say that Shamar was born with scoliosis. According to a source, scoliosis is a sideways curve of the spine. Everyone has normal curves in the spine, and when looked at from behind, the spine appears straight. However, children and teens with scoliosis have an abnormal S-shaped or C-shaped curve of the spine. This was what was wrong with Shamar if you take a closer look at how his body appears. But the question that comes to mind after this is, what could be the cause of this disorder? And what might be the likely cause in Shamar's case? This source claims that experts don't know what causes the most common type of scoliosis. This is what most people were focusing on. For one, it could have been passed down through the generations. Secondly, it could be a result of incest that caused both brothers to have disabilities. There are studies showing that offspring from siblings can have a higher risk of physical and, in some cases, mental disabilities. Certain studies have linked inbreeding to the development of physical disabilities. This kind of case can also be seen in history with King Charles II. He had a serious physical disability due to generational inbreeding in the royal family. In those times, power was usually kept within a close circle, and kings and queens preferred to inbreed within their families, leading to deformities like this. This was what people were pointing to, which fueled the Shamar incest rumor, and Shamar had something to say to those spreading this rumor.
My mother is my dad's wife, okay? And my dad is my mother's husband.
But that still doesn't clear things up. Shamar probably thought that the fact that his mother and father were married and committed to each other would dispel the rumor. People at least agreed that the man Shamar's mother married is her husband, but the man who got her pregnant and fathered Shamar and his brother is allegedly her own brother. These are just rumors, by the way. None of it's been confirmed, but it's being talked about all over the internet.
Meaning they are married they had kids, which is me, because I am the baby out of all my family, okay?
Parents aside, why would Shamar claim that he's the youngest in his family when he has a twin brother? For the most part, throughout his time online, Shamar has never talked about his twin brother, except on a few occasions when he was directly asked, and when Shanika saw him in an earlier video.
Right. Hey, nigga, the new beauty shop. Oh, who is that?
If Shamar isn't an only child, then who else is there? We don't know for sure how many siblings Shamar has in total, but we do know that he has an older sister.
I'm coming to make an announcement about my evil-ass sister.
For the most part, he only talks about his sister when he wants to bring up something bad she did. He's mentioned many times how she mistreated him and the family. What could she have done that's so bad?
She's very evil. She wanted to put my mom out on the streets.
This is the issue with Shamar and his ways online. How can you claim that your sister is this and that, but you can't give proper context as to what she did? All he could say is that his sister had a falling out with their mother, probably due to the mother's alcohol problem. His sister had authority over the household back then because she was the one in control of Shamar and his twin brother's disability checks, meaning that disability money came to her first before anyone else, which gave her control.
You can say whatever. You think just because you got my disability check and just because you got AJ's disability check.
Shamar went on to claim that she would report her sister to the authorities for withholding their disability checks and not using the money as she was supposed to.
Because it's like now I'm to the point where I don't respect my sister at all. I don't respect my sister at all.
Keep in mind that this is only Shamar's side of the story. We can't know for sure what's going on the other side with his sister, what she does for the family, or what her actual contributions are. Regardless of the issues he has with his sister, there have been a few times when he's spoken well of her.
Like, no matter what we go through, we still sister. Like, I don't hate her, she don't hate me. We don't hate each other, she loves me.
Aside from Shamar's biological sister, there's one person people regard as his internet big sister, Shanika. She's the one who met his brother and mother in the previous live stream video played earlier.
That's my twin brother.
What's up?
Shanika linked up with Shamar for the first time publicly around early to mid-2020 during the COVID period on a live stream.
Oh, shit.
But something was off. Shamar was obviously drunk and wasted in this video. She was laughing excessively, but at least she was aware enough to admit that she was drunk.
Yes, Dada, I am. I am drunk as fuck.
From that point, they kept appearing on live videos together to make videos, most of which were good until trouble started.
What is it that we talking about? You always going big on me whenever you feel like it, and you use me again to try to get your followers up, and I told you this boy was going to get...
Soon after their initial public collaborations in early 2020, things went south between them, mostly because of the kind of friends Shamar had around him. Not all of them were even his real friends, but they believed Shanika was no good and kept telling Shamar that. This guy was claiming that Shanika was responsible for Shamar's downfall just so she could bring him back up again.
We put you right back down. She's gonna bring you up again. She's gonna put you right back down. She's gonna bring you up again. She's gonna put you right back down. And what you gonna do? You're gonna go back over there, snip.
Even though for the most part, but not always, Shamar stuck with Shanika, there were times he said bad things about her.
Yesterday you told me you're gonna kick my motherfucking ass, remember?
Yeah, I did.
But most of the people who encouraged Shamar to fall out with Shanika never showed up when he was down. By the end of the year in 2020, Shamar was back in contact with Shanika after losing his Instagram account.
You start talking about me on social media. You start dragging me again. You say I don't like gays. You start bashing me.
Since their fallout, Shanika had just been sitting back, waiting for the moment Shamar would come around and ask her for help. And when he finally did, that was her chance to say everything on her mind, on a live video, of course, capitalizing on the attention that came with it, while getting back at Shamar for turning his back on her.
Listen, you haven't said about your lies, the lies you made up on me. You ain't said, Shakana.
After so much back and forth, Shamar decided to apologize for everything he had done to hurt Shanika over the past few months and weeks.
I apologize for all the lies that I said.
You ain't apologize for telling me you gonna kick my ass. You ain't apologize for using me. You ain't apologize for nothing.
Can I at least apologize? Can I at least speak to you?
The apologies were not enough for Shanika. One thing though that I will say about Shanika, her heart is in the right place. She's done things that no one did for Shamar. She's been there for Shamar always.
Who was there for you for real when your mama was sick? Who pulled up on you?
You did.
Who went and got food?
You did.
But the issue with her is that she always gives this tough big sis or mama's love that'll always push Shamar away eventually. She's very passive when it comes to her opinions and always demands for apology when Shamar does something wrong to her.
I want apologies. Please, come on. Please keep apologizing for all the stuff you done did. I gotta hear it. Please, come on.
I apologize.
Someone made a perfect comment on this. Apologies aren't sincere if you have to ask for them. And that's just the honest truth. Shamar is one hell of a character, and there's more to him that's going to unfold in the future.